Hello, I'm Z, and we probably gotta get out of this building as quick as possible. Welcome back to some more God of War with Kratos, who just defeated Zeus, although not killed him. Then he didn't kill him. That's for sure. Athena got in the way, and now she's dead. Quite a disappointment. Athena was nice. But what am I doing now? Am I just supposed to escape as fast as possible? Because if so... Which one was mine? No, not that one. Do I go back in time again? I don't see why I would. I guess I go back there. Sure. Oh, I got even less time now, I think. Before I had 60, I think. 60 seconds. Go!
We have been expecting you, Ghost of Sparta. The gods are far too powerful for us to defeat now.
All on Olympus tremble at my name. Zeus is weak. Ares and Athena are dead, and I wield the blade. We can win the Great War, but not in this time. Together, we will destroy the petty gods, and we will see Olympus crumble before us. Come with me, Gaia. Return to my time. Victory awaits.
We have faced far worse than this one fallen mortal. But we are the gods. We whom the mortals worship. We who rule over this land. We who will not be swept aside by this petulant fool. Brothers, put aside the petty grievances that have splintered us for so long. We will unite, we will stand together, and I will wipe out this plague. Olympus will prevail.
Zeus, your son has returned! I bring the destruction of Olympus!
Okay. Well, the game's over, and the episode's gonna be super short. But I want to talk about that, because that was really cool. I didn't know what we were doing. I didn't know we were going back in time to get Gaia and all the Titans from the war in order to fight Zeus and his Olympians. But we did, and that's coming up in God of War 3, which is up next. I'm really excited for that one. That one's got a different graphical look. It's a bit more advanced looking, a bit newer, a bit more realistic, but also the gameplay should also be a bit more freshened up. After I'm done with that, I'll probably play some other stuff, but at some point I am gonna play the original, the prequel games like the Ghost of Sparta and Ascension and Gods of Olympus or whatever it's called. Or Chains of Olympus, I have no clue. And when I get around to those, I think it's gonna be quite fun. I wish I would have done this last episode, now that I know it's, so short, but I don't totally regret it. I get time to actually express my thoughts about the game, and I enjoy that because, well, what I thought about this game, it was a lot better than God of War 1. Sure, it had its tough spots, like Zeus. Zeus was incredibly difficult, a lot more than Ares, but it was satisfying in the end to actually beat him. It was really satisfying. Learning his moveset was really unnecessary thing in order to beat him. You couldn't just you couldn't just brute force it. You had to know when to attack and when not to. And I enjoyed that fight, I think, the most in this series so far. There were some puzzles that were like, there were certainly less puzzles than in the first one, and there were certainly more themed to like God of War, right? Because in the first one it was like, just here, have this puzzle that has nothing to do with anything that Kratos would do normally, But yeah, it's certainly a better game. God of War 2 is certainly a better game. It's much more fun, it feels much more refined, and the fact that you get multiple weapons like that is such a good thing. They brought reoccurring characters from the first game, like this guy that we killed essentially before the game, and that one guy that got swallowed by the Hydra and died. That guy too got resurrected, and it's nice to see stuff like that, I don't know how much of it will be in 3. I don't know how 3 will play out, but I'm sure I'll enjoy 3. And then another thing I should note here, I've been talking about it a bit, but after I finish 3, I will not be playing the new one from 2018. I will be waiting until Ragnarok comes to PC. God of War 2. Yeah. You have completed God of War 2. Treasures have been unlocked, a Blade of Olympus has been unlocked, and is upgradable in bonus play. Rank Spartan. Would you like to save your progress? Sure. Why not? Where does it put me now? But in the main menu? Yeah. So if I was to go into new game, Titan, very hard. So normal and easy now have the Blade of Olympus. You would like to play using the blade, unlock the Blade of Olympus, using Urns of Power, and all your previous weapons and magic levels. New game without the feature unlocked. Shh. Whoa. First skill, magic and health. What is this? Select a costume. Hydra armor. Health. Locked. What? That looks like Athena, actually. Yeah, I couldn't tell what most of these are, but that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna start a new one, but that's cool to look at. What are the treasures? I think I looked at them at the start and then I didn't, or maybe I didn't even. Titan mode. The ultimate, the God of War 2 experience is players only. Oh, I unlocked that, yeah. Receive Titan ranking in challenge mode to unlock. Oh. 7 rooms, 7 challenges. Would you survive them all? I don't feel like I'm gonna do any of these. Bonus costume. Oh, Urns of Power give you bonus costumes. Let's see. Kratos plus a fish costume equals the God of War. Select the start. Wear armor forged from the scales of the deadly Hydra. Yeah, that we killed in 1. Path to Vengeance is a dark one. Beat the game in God mode to unlock. Oh no, these are from actual challenges. Why be a God of War when you could be a goddess? Yeah, Athena. Okay, I was right about that one. The classics. Never goddess style. Is it his armor from 1, or like his clothes for 1? The only thing that haunts a ghost is in his past. Collect 20 Cyclope eyes to unlock. What is it, like Kratos without the red markings, or? You worked so hard to get this first time, it would be a shame to let it go to waste. Okay. In-game movies, high resolution, story format. Watch all the high resolution movies, watch all the in-game. Oh, I see. Getting credits. Alright, I think the last series, God of War 1, I just ended once the outro, like, cutscene kind of ended. But I am going to continue talking for about another 10 minutes, probably. If you don't want to hear that, you can click off the video. It's the last one anyway. It was just the finale, like a coming up soon. I didn't know how much was left of the game. They gave me a save point, and I was expecting that there was left. There was some left, right? It's not the case. And I could have done it last episode, sure. I would have cut up a bit more of the fight, and then I would have added that at the end, but I didn't think of it. And, well, that's too late now. So, what I wanted to say is the combat definitely feels a lot better than God of War 1. Like, a lot better. It feels so much more fair. The parry system, where you have the plate, shoulder guard thing, so good as well. It's just... some bosses can only really be defeated by using that, which is a bit annoying, but it was good. Definitely the enemies have dealt a lot more damage in this. I was close to dying a lot more times than in the first one, and I played it on the same difficulty, so they have amped up the difficulty, which is nice. It's good to see. I felt the first one was a bit easy at times. And, well... I think the magics are a bit better. Zeus's lightning in the first one was interesting, but it wasn't as satisfying to use as the vortex one in this one, where you just shoot like small tornadoes. The electricity one was about the same, but you didn't have to stay still for it, so you could just put it somewhere on the ground in 3 of them, which is incredibly good, an upgrade from the last one. Earth Shatter was decent. It was an interesting replacement, the Soul one, the Soul Power. I can't really say I disliked it or liked it, so, you know, it was interesting. I didn't use it much, but I could tell it dealt some damage, some good damage. I could have probably used it more, but I didn't. And then, well, Medusa's Gaze is, I feel, just a bit better than in the first one. As for the weapons, the hammer was awesome, and I love the fact that there was the drawback that you can roll with it. I love the fact that there is a drawback to the weapon, but there is a benefit of it dealing more damage and having the souls come out. However, I cannot say the same about the staff, because, well, it didn't have any drawback, and it didn't deal a lot of damage, and it wasn't quicker. It had nothing to offer, except it took away the cool aspect of Kratos, which is him wielding the blades, right? You want to see him wielding the blades. But when you have a hammer that does more damage and you can't roll, you switch to it sometimes because it's more strategic in some cases, right? But when you have a staff that's purple looking and all that with rocks on it, you're not going to switch to that just because you want to use a staff with purple rocks. You're going to want to use the blades of Chaos, right? And that's exactly what I did the entire game. I tried to use it a bit, but it just wasn't satisfying. The Blade of Olympus, however, is an interesting weapon. It's a nice premise to taking away all my powers, because, well, you have to make sense of it somehow, right? Why I got so weak from the first game to the second game, and it's a nice explanation that I put all my powers into that blade and it absorbed everything I had, or everything Kratos had. This music from the menu also is really, really good. Every single day when I had to record a video on God of War 2 and I opened up to this music, it was just so getting me so pumped for the game. Only to then realize that I had to do that puzzle from the temple back when we were at the Steeds of Time that just didn't make any sense, and I was like stuck on it for quite a while. I hated those puzzles. Those puzzles suck. That is the one zone in the game that absolutely was not fun. The others, though, I can say the others were a lot of fun. The game didn't have any twist like, oh, well, you did it, but now you have to do this, like the first one did, right? Where you got the box of Pandora, and then you died, and then you had to revive yourself, which is interesting, right? It was very interesting. There wasn't much about Kratos' wife and kids in this, which, admittedly, that was the first game's thing, so I wouldn't expect it to be in 2, but at least talking about them would have helped. I don't think they ever mentioned them. I mean, they mentioned his wife once in a cutscene, but I don't think they ever said it was his wife. You just kind of had to understand from the first game. which is interesting. It was also in Gaia's voice. It was Gaia's voice actor, which I didn't like. I felt like that was a bit weird, too weird. The Titans in the game were a fun thing that they added, especially the fact that we are allying with the Titans, with Gaia and Kronos and whatever other Titans there are that I don't know. Atlas maybe, but I think Atlas should still be all holding up the world, so maybe he won't be there. It's gonna be very interesting to play God of War 3, but I have to install it because I currently don't have it installed. I don't actually know what God of War 3 looks like. I have a vague idea that it looks just a bit better than this, right? I don't actually know what the graphics are like though. And I don't know how it's gonna run because it's emulated still, you know? I'm gonna hope it's gonna run well. And I guess we'll see, right? This ran well. I really enjoyed playing this. And I'm looking forward to the next one. But after the next one, I'll probably take a break because it is a bit too much to play that much hack and slash one after another after another. Yeah, that's a bit too much. I might be playing a Bethesda game after I finish God of War 3, or if I finish something else in the meantime, I'll be playing the Bethesda game I'm thinking of. It's, I made a promise to a friend, and, well, I kind of have to play a game on my channel now that's his favorite. I'll be talking about it when I get to it, but, you know. I have 4 minutes left of talking, and I don't really have topics to talk about, so let me just think real quick. Oh, the wings, right. The wings were a nice addition. I really like the wings. It was that extra little mobility that you wanted when double jumping that you sometimes didn't have. It was nice, and the slowdown time, it was a nice mechanic, but it was a bit underused, and it was a bit annoying how you couldn't cancel it. If you could cancel it, it would have been much better ability. At least I didn't figure out you could cancel it, so you probably couldn't. Yeah, fights-wise, the fights were good. The fights were fun. The boss fights were especially fun. I still am kind of disappointed that there is not a health bar that indicates, you know, how far you are in the fight, but I guess, you know, you just kind of have to get used to it. Maybe 3 will have that, maybe it won't, who knows. I'm thinking of the thumbnail I'm gonna do for 3, and I have absolutely no clue what I'm gonna do for it. But I'm excited nonetheless. Yeah. Nice. The recurring joke this series seemed to have been the sirens with 1 boob out or no boob out, or in the case of the end sirens, I think, wasn't there a siren with like 2 boob out? I think both booba. There was the Sisters of Fate, which 2 of them had boob out, I think, right? 1 with 2 boob out, 1 with 1 boob out. Yeah. Didn't think I needed to mention that though. It was pretty obvious as we were fighting them. The cutscene that's for the Sisters of Fate fight, the special one where you fail, right? That's an interesting one. I liked it a lot. I forgot to mention who I took the video from, but now I can't even find the specific video I looked at, so I don't know to mention. It's a lot of years old anyway. The video is like 7 years old, I think, anyway, so I don't think the person who I watched it from will mind. Hopefully. If they do, they can talk to me. I'll apologize, maybe take down the video if the worst comes to worst. That comes to haunt me. Oh, I should say it's almost Christmas time. Isn't that awesome? I don't think Kratos celebrates Christmas, but it is almost Christmas time, and I've been getting a lot of gifts ready. I think I talked about them a bit last episode, maybe, or maybe that was in a different series. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember, but I'm getting a lot of gifts for me and for my family, and it's gonna be exciting. I might get a few games that I might want to play. So that's also gonna be nice. A lot of talking. I'm a bit tired. I'm a bit tired from talking. I also gotta record some other stuff today, but overall, I feel like the story had a bit more premise than the first one. The first one was defeat Ares and get the box of Pandora because that allows you to kill a god. Why does it allow you to kill a god? Where does the box of Pandora come from? What exactly is the box of Pandora? I don't feel like they were sufficiently explained enough for like me to actually understand and to remember, because I don't remember what it was, the origins, if they ever explained it or anything like that. It was a bit all over the place, but that's to be expected from like initial release, right? sequels usually have a more thought out story, a more thought out game plan and everything. And it's certainly nice that, you know, this isn't a modern sequel, because otherwise it would be probably easier or more grindy or just not as much fun. I'm really excited though for God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok, whenever those two come on PC. 2018 is on PC, Ragnarok is not yet. But when I get signs that it is coming to PC, I'm gonna start playing the 2018 one for sure. I feel like those games are just so well realized, and it's such a good sequel to like Kratos' whole existence. I know he has a beard and like a deep voice and everything, and it's just, yeah, no, that's really good. But nonetheless, I have run out of time for me to talk about pointless stuff. My opinion on the game is that it was very, very good. Very entertaining at that. And would I replay this, right? If I ever like felt like playing a God of War game and I had the option of replaying God of War 2, probably. I would take God of War 2 over God of War 1, but I don't know yet if I take 2 over 3. I don't know if 3 will be better or worse. I'll have to find out for myself because I don't know anything about it. So, yeah, as I was saying, if you enjoyed this episode, leave it a like, have an awesome rest of the day, and I'll see you next time.